She was outside.
Does the CDC say that people who are close contact can give people hugs outside?
We know, Peter, that outside you can benefit significantly being outside. That's why we had the event outside today. I will tell you that the Vice President has been wearing a mask inside. When there was a private greet, they were all wearing masks before they went up.
Wearing a mask yesterday at the Senate.
She was playing an important role in confirming or overseeing the confirmation of the first black woman to the Supreme Court. The vast majority, as was on camera, Peter, as was on camera. Let me finish my answer here, because Fox and others, I don't know actually that Fox carried it, but others did, saw that she was socially distanced from people for the vast, vast majority of her time overseeing that confirmation yesterday.
So this is not a case of rules for thee, but not for VP.
In fact, the Vice President wore a mask inside today when she was both with the president, with her staff, other people. She was outside at the event. She was socially distanced for 99.9% of the event today, and she had an emotional moment, which is understandable.
Okay, and one other topic. Following up on the smartphones that are being given to border crossers with technology so they can be tracked or so they can check in, is there any plan to give free smartphones to U.S. citizens that want them?
Should we not be tracking migrants who irregularly cross the border?
I'm asking if...
Or do you have an alternative suggestion for how they should be tracked?
I, unfortunately, have not been asked to make U.S. immigration policy. That's not
Today's your moment.
Well, it'd be great if anybody that wanted a free phone and a free monthly plan could get one. So is that going to be an offer for everybody, or just people that walk into the country illegally?
Well, Peter, when we talked about this the other day, what I noted to you is that we have a range of means of tracking individuals who irregularly migrate to the country in order to ensure that they are meeting their notice to appear obligations and that they are appearing in court when they should appear in court. Phones is one of them. There are also ankle devices and a range of tracking devices. 80% of individuals of non-citizens released at the border from DHS custody under prosecutorial discretion have either received a notice to appear or are still within the window to report. So yes, there's telephonic reporting. There is SmartLink, which enables participant monitoring via smartphone. There's the global positioning system. These are the range of means with modern technology that we monitor.
Last one on this. Does the president have any plans to figure out what these small towns who are bracing for a major influx in migrants next month need by making his first ever trip to the border?
I have nothing to predict for you in terms of additional trips. The president will be traveling the country, but I don't have any more specifics for you at this point.
Just
Thanks for the question.
Earlier you guys told us via pool that the president was tested negative. That was today, for clarity?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the cadence has clearly changed, right? We knew there was one on Wednesday, he was negative. Today's Friday, he tested negative. Just for keeping track of it, is it now 3 times a week, 2 times a week? Is there a way to
His doctor makes an assessment on how many times he should be tested, and we do our best to provide that information to you as he's tested.
And aside from the time he spent with Ketanji Brown Jackson, her family, there was no, because there's precedent to this, there was no indoor reception, indoor ceremony that existed, some kind the cameras didn't see before. Okay. Mm-hmm. Let me, if I can, during his remarks today, the president said something that was a bit striking. He was condemning some of the conservative Republicans and their criticisms of Judge Jackson when she was testifying recently. He said there was verbal abuse, the anger, the constant interruptions, those vile, baseless, vile assertions and accusations. Whew. Is that a preview of messaging that we're going to hear from the president heading into the midterms? Is that a message that the White House wants to deliver and will be repeating?
I don't believe that the conduct of senators at a hearing is going to be central to the president's remarks when he's out traveling the country. But I think what he was speaking to on a historic day is that, well, Judge Jackson was the picture, now Justice Jackson, was the picture of dignity in her hearings. Some others in the room decided to be the opposite. And he is somebody who has more experience overseeing Supreme Court hearings than anyone living. He has overseen them during Republican and Democratic presidents and expects a certain level of conduct, professionalism, and decorum. And that is not what we saw.
For today, as opposed to like a central theme that we'll see in terms of contrast.
I would say that I think the American people can expect that he'll continue to talk when he's out in the country, for whatever reason, about how to bring down their costs, how to make sure that he is fighting for them and bringing them relief, and how he's going to get the COVID pandemic under control, less about the conduct of senators at a hearing.
Let me ask a very quick question then on costs, if I can. Right now, the cost of gas in this country on average is $4.14. Does the White House want a gas tax holiday?
It is certainly on the table, and certainly something we continue to consider. We have seen a number of states do that, and it can have an impact, about 18 cents, I believe, if I remember correctly. One of the reasons why we're considering it, our primary focus to date, as you all know, has been taking steps to increase supply and get more supply into the global marketplace. But it remains an option under consideration. Go ahead.
The UN today put out a report saying that global food prices in March reached a record high.
Yeah.
What is the U.S. doing, if anything, to mitigate possible additional increases here?
Here in the United States? Well, it is something that we are certainly watching very closely while we continue to believe that the impact will largely be in the Middle East and in Africa, I believe, in a lot of other parts of the world, less in the United States. We are continuing to work, our Department of Agriculture is continuing to work with farmers and suppliers about any needs we have here, and the President is continuing to work to bring down costs in a range of areas for the American people as we prepare for the impacts of this war.